first time I at least got to talk to you this season. How have you felt, and how did you feel through these first two games?
I felt great. Just love being back out there with my team and playing the sport that I love. I'm really blessed to be on the court any day. Every time I get to step foot on the court, I'm grateful.
Is there any mental hoops you kind of have to overcome, just not thinking about that, given the kind of injury it was?
No. I put my faith in God, and I know if He allows me to step on the court, that He's gonna cover me. So I just pray and let the game come to me and have fun out there.
I guess what did y'all learn from last week? Obviously, two very different games, but maybe more importantly, what did you learn over in Paris?
We learned that we have to build good habits. We also learned that the little things matter. We made a lot of mistakes. Watching that film has been it's hurt a little bit, because we had a chance to beat a really, really good team. And we saw that, we made a lot of mistakes. Things that we could control, we didn't. So that's been our emphasis this whole week. Coach Yo and the rest of the coaches have been in our butts about playing Ole Miss basketball, the right way. Attention to detail, doing the little things, building good habits. We really want to play in Tampa, so we're going to use that game, learn from it. But it's not the end of the world. We'll continue to grow and improve. I have no doubt in my mind. I'm very confident in our group.
Oh, I was kind of touching on that. Rio said, besides winning, the other thing she wanted was to have film. Y'all feel like y'all got plenty of that?
Like I just said, plenty of film. Plenty of
Plenty.
film. Like a lot of things to learn and grow from. So like I said, we're gonna use it to just continue to grow and improve as we continue to build.
How did you feel Sunday when obviously the score was what it was, but just that's still an adjustment from where y'all were 6 days ago to having to reacclimate and get back to it.
Yeah, it felt great to get a win. Our first win of the season, first win at home. Everybody got the chance to play. Everybody got the chance to, just step out on the floor with Ole Miss across their chest for the first time, at home. So it was big. It was great, and I was just excited to get one in the win column. So we want to continue to build on that with Delaware State, and so forth, one game at a time, one day at a time. But we just want to continue to, build good habits and get wins.
Does this trip tomorrow kind of feel like nothing after what y'all did last week?
Anytime we have to get on the plane, personally for me, I feel it. I feel every plane ride, but nothing compared to that 9-hour flight. So yeah.
Okay, y'all two are kind of a big returning core, but how are you seeing some of the new girls mix in through the games?
Oh, I love to see growth. Just growth from everybody from 1 to 15. That we grow each day and push each other to grow. But I love seeing like our freshmen out there getting there, like Sarah and even GT and L and all of them, Fatu, just learning and seeing their growth through from summer to now. It's really inspirational.
And for either of y'all, I know a lot of the freshmen are all freshmen or foreign. I mean, how have you seen them kind of just acclimate to everything from the summer to now?
Each and every one of them, every day, have made it a point to give their all and be the best they can be. Imagine us getting dropped off, in a different country. It would be an adjustment. We would have to get acclimated. It hasn't been easy, but they have showed each and every day why they're meant to be an Ole Miss Rebel. They're resilient. They are leaders in their own way. But they also know how to follow, and they also reach out for help. Like they are a great group of freshmen. I'm so proud of them. Fatu learning her English. L, all of them having to eat different foods and just literally change their life. Complete 360. And they do it with a smile on their face. They do it because they know that we need them to be successful. They do it because they are meant to be Ole Miss Rebels. So both of us are very excited to have them as our teammates. And I know when I leave here, I feel great knowing that they will be the next group coming up.
What did you guys see from Star last weekend? I know KK, she was kind of like you, she didn't play all last year either, so she's kind of getting her feet wet as well. But wondering what you all have seen from her in the offseason, how she's meshed with you all too.
Oh, Star's a dog. She's gonna be a dog every time. And like I said, resilience. She been done more through me. She got more, But like just seeing how she doesn't think about that and just plays her game, plays hard, coming from the mid-major and have not skipping a beat. Like I said, she was player of the year in mid-major. She came here. She came to run with the big dogs to show and make a name for herself at this Power 5 level, and she's gonna do that. And every day she's getting better, and she's a great addition to our team.
I second that. She's when you mention toughness, that's Star. She's tough. She's gonna bring that toughness, that grit, she's gonna bring everything that we need and more, you know. So I'm just excited. You guys haven't seen anything yet, you know. We see it in practice. I'm excited to really see her come into her own, and she's gonna be great for this year.
Yeah, so y'all are the 50th team of Ole Miss. How does that feel to be on that team, and what's your favorite part about being on it?
It feels amazing. We are truly blessed.
Yes.
Like, we're very, very blessed. All the people that came before us, you know, I had the opportunity to be coached by Arminty Price, my freshman and sophomore year. She was also a player here, you know, before she also wore 24. You know, she paved the way, you know, for us to be sitting here right now. Her amongst other great players, you know. So it's just a blessing to be a part of this, you know, this 50th women's basketball team here at Ole Miss. We don't take it for granted, and we mean it when we say, you know, we're going to give our all this season. You know, one game at a time, we're going to give everything we can because, again, we want to show that everything that they did for us, everything that they sacrificed, they didn't do it for no reason. You know, we wouldn't be here without them, and we plan to really, you know, show them that, you know, and show them that they can be proud, you know, of what they did and also what we're going to continue to do.
You've been a part of a lot of history with Coach Yo, but also program-changing moments. And knowing what y'all will accomplish this year, but just up to this point, I mean, is that kind of a badge of honor you'll take with you once you leave?
I'm blessed, sir. It's definitely a badge of honor. I sit here and smile because, like, who knew? You know, me coming in 5 years ago that I'll be still sitting here today and have so many, you know, records and accolades with great group of, you know, women, you know, great group of women, great teammates that, you know, I will be friends with and we'll make memories that we cherish forever. You know, this part of my journey has been absolutely amazing. Through the ups and downs, I wouldn't change anything. I wouldn't change being an Ole Miss Rebel. I am beyond grateful and blessed for this opportunity, and I want to continue to break records, continue to do big things and make memories that, you know, we'll never forget.
Maddie, you chose to come to Ole Miss for your post-grad. How has Ole Miss stood out upon all the rest of your teams?
You said Maddie, you meant KK?
Yes, sorry.
It's
Oh,
okay.
sorry.
That was me.
Sorry,
It's
real quick,
okay.
repeat the question. Sorry.
So you transferred from Florida your senior year.
Uh-huh.
Why did you choose to come to Ole Miss, and what's made it so much different from everywhere else?
I chose to come here for Coach O, for one, her belief in me and what she had for this program, and where I want to go in my life. And I wanted to be surrounded by people that was going to push me every day from a player standpoint to a coach standpoint. And I got that immediately on my visit here. I knew what I was signing up for. And, you know, she's a ball of energy. So I know I'm a ball of energy, and we feed off each other. We bump heads, but we feed off each other, and I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Thank you.
Awesome. No more questions? Great, thank you guys.
Thank you, guys.